This is my Marketing 345 final project. So that's me on the left, as you can see. I'm a junior here at West Virginia University. I'm majoring in entrepreneurship and innovation, and I'll have a minor in communications and marketing. I should graduate spring of 2027, so I'm very excited. So for my project overview, I wanted to do a mock social media launch for an app that I'm designing. The app is not yet live, so you can't actually find it on the App Store. It's kind of in the works right now. But essentially, the 2400 app would basically be like a digital social media journal where people would be able to take photos of what they do throughout the day, share it with their friends, share it online, and then that way you can kind of look back and see what you did that day. Just kind of a more fun way of, journaling and tracking your time. You can track, mundane activities like doing the dishes, or you can track fun things like going on vacation. So it's kind of up to the user, but it would be a photo based journaling app. And for this project, I wanted to do a mock launch and kind of see what platform would be the best for advertising an app like this. So my goals, like I said just now, testing platform effectiveness, building brand existence, because obviously this app isn't actually a real thing yet. So I just kind of wanted to test the waters and see how it would go. And then identify top performing content formats. So whether that would be short-term video, graphics, questionnaires, polls, those sort of things. I just kind of wanted to see what would go best on each app. And then my tone, I wanted it to be informational, promotional, and mostly just raw. I want it to kind of show people's day to day average. I didn't really want it to be like fake or staged. I just kind of wanted it to be authentic. And I think I did pretty well within that realm. So reflection on goal achievement. Did my strategies work? So I would say the organic approach that I took actually worked really, really well. I started on all platforms with no followers. I didn't follow anyone except for when on certain apps it kind of requires you to like follow 5 people before you create an account. So in that case, I just kind of followed like random meme pages. I didn't really put much thought into that. So I started on square zero with all of these apps. And I just wanted to see by organically pushing out my content what platform would be the best for that. And I think I kind of did achieve my goal with that because once I show you the results, you actually will see it's pretty broad range. So my social media marketing strategy, I wanted to do multi-platform as we were assigned from the ground up launch approach. I wanted to do an organic growth model. So like I said, start with 0 followers. I don't want to have any connections with anyone. I just wanted to post with no one in mind and just see organically which one would be the best for my purposes. I wanted to post unified posts and brand message across platforms. So that way I could kind of assess platform effectiveness. So each week I kind of posted sort of different content for each day of the week, but I posted the same content on each platform. So that way I could truly see without bias which platform was doing the best. So each week I did post the same thing on each social media platform, but that was for the purposes of, like I said, my goal being able to see what platform is the best for my content. I implemented a combination of short form videos, graphics, as well as polls and questionnaires. So you'll kind of see that coming up as I go along. Oh, gotta go back. So I made a little chart here, least effective to most effective. And as I said, my follower count remained at 0 on all platforms. I did not blow up or gain any followers from this, obviously. The least effective was Pinterest. I actually had no pins on any of my posts. And I kind of understand why. Pinterest is one of those things where it really is based off the photo you're posting and it's kind of an aesthetic based platform. So I don't think it was really grasping what my content was. It was more comparing it to what it saw in the photo. So you'll see another examples of that later. So Pinterest makes sense to me that that really wasn't a platform that I expected to do very well. X, the most impressions I got on a post was 7. Again, not very high. I didn't have any followers or anything like that, so I didn't really expect it to be that high, but that was also pretty on the low end. Instagram, the most views I got on anything was 18. Again, not very high, but I didn't expect it to be that high because I didn't have followers on anything. I think Instagram could be a useful platform for my app promotion, but I can definitely see how YouTube would take the cake here. LinkedIn, I was honestly surprised that I got as many impressions as I did on LinkedIn. Um, I didn't really think it would get that many since I didn't have any connections, but I guess LinkedIn is one of those apps where it kind of pushes out everything to everyone, so that was kind of cool to see. Facebook got 41, which I was kind of shocked at. I thought Facebook would be lower than Instagram, but they were actually flip flopped, so that was interesting to see. And then Facebook, one of my videos got 335 views. So one of my shorts actually did pretty well on YouTube. So that was kind of exciting to see that happen. So some of my example posts, this was from the first week of posting. This was what all I posted on Facebook. So as you can see, they're slightly different but similar. They're all kind of graphics. That bottom left one is kind of what the structure of the app would look like if it was real. So I wanted to kind of focus posting that a lot, and you'll see that throughout all of my posts. A lot of them kind of look like that bottom left one, which was my goal. The rest are kind of just graphics to kind of get the idea of the app out there and kind of explain what it's all about. Um, it was pretty cool to do and make these graphics. I don't know if realistically I would ever use this one on the right again. It didn't really do that well. The bottom left seemed to be higher performing on all platforms, which was cool to see. LinkedIn, I try to keep LinkedIn a little bit more wordy, and that's what I also posted on all the other platforms for this week. So, LinkedIn and Facebook, I posted all of these things. Definitely the more wordy things did better on LinkedIn than they did on Facebook, which I thought was pretty cool to see. X, I tried to keep it more poll, more, short sentences and memes. And then again, I posted all those same things on all the other platforms this week. For X, I feel like this is the appropriate type of content. But again, for what I'm marketing, I could see how X probably wouldn't be the best platform for something like that. Instagram, I was kind of expecting my Instagram to do a little bit better. Unfortunately, it was not one of the higher platforms for me. I stuck to mostly graphics for Instagram, and again, I posted all of these same things on all the other platforms this week. I think honestly these graphics did better on Facebook than they did on Instagram, which was kind of cool to see, which I also didn't really expect. YouTube. So YouTube was actually my highest performing platform out of all of them. I posted mostly YouTube shorts. I just kind of did clips of little things that I was doing throughout the day. And then, this is just how it would look like if the app was real. This is what the platform would look like for users. So I wanted to kind of mock that as if it was the app itself. And YouTube actually did pretty well. Pinterest, like I said, I didn't really get any um, pins on Pinterest because with Pinterest it's taking solely what that picture is and then it's going to compare it to other things. So like when I posted this skiing video like you see in the middle, everything related was just like how to ski, skiing for beginners, blah blah blah, and that's not really the message I'm trying to market, which Pinterest doesn't really understand. So I could see how this wouldn't be the best app for me to use for my platform, honestly. Um, my top performing posts. So YouTube, I had 335 views on this YouTube short, which I was not really expecting, but I could see how it did well because it's a gorgeous scenery, very pretty video. I could see how it could quickly catch attention. My second most viewed post was also YouTube Shorts again. Again, I think it did really well because this is a gorgeous background. It's beautiful, draws people's attention. So I'm going to keep that in mind for the next time. And then my number third was actually a Facebook post, and it was that skiing video that I talked about that did very bad on Pinterest. So it's kind of interesting to see how it can do really good on one app and then really poorly on another. So my analytics and my reverse engineering. For my analytics for tracking which platforms did the best, I didn't use any specific tools aside from the tools provided in the app. So I just went in to each individual platform and looked at my creator analytics. It's very simple. Anyone can do it. It shows, your views on each post. So that's just what I did for my analytics. For my organization, I did not use Hootsuite or any other softwares. I just used an Excel spreadsheet to kind of organize my posts and my accounts for myself. I'm trying to get more comfortable using Excel, so I thought that would also be more beneficial for me on that end to kind of get more practice within the Excel realm. There wasn't many specific creators I was really basing my content off of. I was trying to keep it new and fresh and raw based off of what I was wanting to do with the app idea, but there are a few creators, as you can see, Frankie Petrino and Lucy Edwards. I really like their style of content and kind of how they post content, so I did base some stuff off of them a little bit. So, my key takeaways, short form content videos performed significantly better than static posts for a new account with no existing audience. So, as you can see, YouTube Shorts did so much better than every other platform. And I think that's because short form videos are better at getting people's attention when they're just, scrolling their Explore page. Platform performance varied significantly, and I think that could be because of the content type, but I was posting the same content each week on all platforms. Pinterest, I think, would need a different strategy than all the other apps just because Pinterest is very aesthetic based and people are looking at purely just what they see and they're not really reading much on Pinterest. So, those are my key takeaways, and I really hope that this presentation was informational for you guys. I really enjoyed it and I had a great semester. So, thank you so much and have a great rest of your year.